I'm going to solve a leveling example. Elevation at this benchmark is given, and we are asked to find elevation at each one of these stations. So this is 10 plus 0, 0, 11 plus 0, 0, 12 plus 20, 13 plus 0, 0, 13 plus 80, as well as these turning points, and pipe location. Also, it asks calculating height of instrument that I will use it. I need to find it. So you can see that I have relocated the instrument 3 times. So therefore, I will need to find height of instrument also 3 times. So the equation for height of instrument, you know that, is equal to elevation at benchmark that is given plus backside reading, and from there I can find elevation at any station, or let's call it like elevation at point B is equal to HI minus foresight reading. Okay, so to start with, I have to transfer backside and foresight on stations and do the calculations. So at benchmark, I have just one backside reading. I will transfer it here. It's 5.64. And you can see that the way that I have created this table, I have left one row empty because I will use it to write height of instrument over there. So height of instrument is equal to 2074.6, which is elevation at benchmark, plus 5.64, and that's going to give us 2080.24. So this is my height of instrument, and I write it in here. So I will use it 3 times because I have used this height to find elevation at here, here, and here, and you can see that then I relocated it. So therefore elevation at 10 plus 0, 0 is going to be the height of instrument that I have calculated above minus foresight for that station, and foresight at the station is 4.52. So 4.52, it will give us 2075.72. Elevation at first station is 2075.72. Then elevation at station 11 plus 0, 0, I write this foresight 2.48, and I'm going to write elevation at this turning point also, which is 1.84. So therefore this is going to be 2080.24 minus 2.48, and it will give us 207.76. I transfer it to here, 207.76, and this one is going to be 2080.24 minus 1.84, and this is going to be 2078.4, and I write it in here, 2078.4. Then I have to again find new height of instrument because I relocated my instrument to this new position. Therefore I write it in here, and that's going to be 2078.4. the elevation at this point that I calculated plus BS. Okay, so this plus BS, which is 4.91, and that's going to be equal to 2083.31, and I write it here 2083.33. Now if I have to use this again for, as you can see, for 3 times, so for the next station, which is this one, I have a foresight of 3.74, so I write it in here 3.74. Then I have another foresight which is 402, and I have another foresight which is 2.92, and after this again I'm going to relocate it, so I keep calculating. So 208 3.31. So you can see that now I'm using this new height of instrument that I calculated minus 3.74, and that's going to give us 2079.57, and I have to write it in here 2079.57. Then the same height instrument 2083.31 minus 4.02, and that will give us 2079.29. So I have to write it in here 2079.29, and I have to use the same height to calculate the last elevation. Don't forget, I will use this elevation to find the next height instrument because I'm going to relocate my instrument. So 2083.31 minus 2.92, and that will give us 208039. 2080.39. I write it in here 2080.39. One thing I forgot to write above, and that's BS that I used in here. At TP1 I have a BS which is 4.91. I use it in my calculations, but I forgot to transfer and write it in here. So probably the best is you guys to transfer all BS4S's in here so that you don't forget them. So for TP2 you can see that I have a BS that is equal to 0.62. So this time I write it in advance so that I don't forget it. Now I will use this BS and the previous elevation that I calculated to find the height of instrument in this new location. So it's going to be 2080.39 plus 0.62, and that will give us 2081.01. So I write it in here 2081.01, and the two 4S's that I have is 1.35 and 3.84. So 1.35 and 3.84. Therefore, elevation at this one is going to be 208 1.01 minus 1.35, and that will give us 2079.57. 2079.66. I write it in here, 2079.66. And the last elevation, which is elevation at the pipe, is 2081.01 minus 3.84, and that will give us the final elevation 2077.17.